third, ready to go, 37 points. What was the biggest difference in the first half to how you responded out of the halftime break?
To start the game, it was extremely physical for our group, for our guys, and we didn't adjust to that in the first half. Third quarter, second half, we made the adjustment that we knew the game was going to be physical. They had their hands on us, which means that we have to play faster. We have to get into the paint. We have to crash the glass. All the things that we did, but just got to make some shots.
Chris Paul did just that in that fourth quarter. It's what he does so often. You had Herb on him for much of the game. How did you come to that decision, and how do you think Herb did?
I thought collectively as a group, guys made it tough on him, but that's what Chris does. Down the stretch of a game, they'll put the ball in his hands and he runs pick and rolls. We'll go back and look at the tape and see where we can be better, but we definitely have to make him take tough shots, and I thought he hit a few big threes that gave them some momentum.
You just alluded to it a little bit, but when teams are up into you defensively, how you counter that?
Well, we have to play faster. When teams they have their hands on us, you can't play slow. You got to get the ball out of bounds or rebound the ball and get up the court quickly and get into your actions with force. And I thought we were just a step slow.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys struggled more with shooting at the rim than usual. Just what did you see there?
Just got to take our time. We did a good job of getting into the paint, rebounding the ball, but we got to take our time, catch the ball, rebound it, gather yourself, shot fake, especially with Aiden down there, put your shoulder into him, go up and score. The one thing that is encouraging is that we cut the lead to 6, shooting 33% from the field. We have some work to do. That's a really good team. We have to come back and be better.
Tough shooting nights for BI and CJ. Just what did you think about the shots they would get?
A lot of it was in the first half. Like I said, we just didn't catch up to their physicality into the second half. And once we did, we were able to get some good looks, but we have to do better at starting games. We got down early, and now we're digging ourselves out of a hole. That's tough.
Really, one thing you guys did really well and it helped you come back was the rebounding, specifically the offensive rebounding.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that we do well. It's something we talk about, especially in a playoff game that's going to be really physical, is, trying to rebound the ball or winning the rebounding battle. We did that, but once again, we have to make some shots.
How important are Larry and Trey going to be with the way they were guarding Jackson early on? I know they was taking both, he was kind of sliding over. How important is it going to be when Trey and Larry get in there to make the hit some shots?
It's extremely important. We just have to take on the challenge as a team. Like I said, I'm proud of the guys. Our first playoff experience together against the best team in the league, and we came out with really good effort in the second half. We'll go back to the drawing board, look at some tape, and see where we can be better defensively, especially with those guys in screen and rolls, pick and rolls. But other than that, tip your hat off to them. They played a good game. They won a game on their home floor.
You saw it from Chris 10, 11 years ago. You saw it from him, last year. When he's going like that, what can you do to kind of slow him down in that spot?
Try to take the ball out of his hands as much as you can. But we have to do a better job once again at forcing him to take tough shots. He has some easy looks that got him into rhythm. We went under a couple of screens, and then he just stood behind and shot the 3 ball. So some mix-ups more on our part, my part as a coach. I got to do better with that coverage. But this is what he does.
You talked about, you guys have been playing basically playoff games for the past few weeks, trying to get here. But now this is your first time where you're going to be playing a team and then playing them again in a couple of days. Just how important is that going to be the rest of the way, just the adjustments and that mental game throughout this series?
It's extremely important. It's what makes the playoffs fun, is that you go back, you watch the game, and you try to come out and see if we can make some adjustments and be better. The big thing for us is getting off to a better start.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
We're just inefficient. I think we went into half with 12 or 13 more shots than they had. We just missed them. I think I'm not sure what we shot from the paint, but it was pretty poor, and that was kind of self-inflicted. We rushed our shots a little bit. I rushed 1 or 2 in the first half, but it's something we corrected and came out in the second half, and I think we scored 65 in the second half. So we figured out we figured out a way to play, and it's the playoffs. It's going to be ebbs and flows. There's going to be ups and downs, but we're in a chess match now. So I assume they'll have something for us next game, but getting stops and running seemed to work pretty well for us.
Yeah, you guys got it to 6, and it was pretty much just Chris Paul pick and roll for like 10 straight possessions.
Yeah.
Just what kind of a challenge is that? Having the pick and roll.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because he's obviously he's seen every coverage that you can possibly throw at him. He's as seasoned as they come, and he's been at it for quite a while. And then, their rollers, obviously DeAndre Ayton and JaVale McGee are lob threats. DeAndre Ayton's great in the short roll, short pocket, making decisions, and got great touch in there. So, that adds a whole other element, along with them having shooters on the perimeter. That's what makes this team so good and what makes them dangerous. But, I've got to be better in that situation. We had a little bit of miscommunication going on what exactly we were in, and that's our first playoff game. Ever. So back to the drawing board tomorrow. We'll have practice and we'll watch film and come back with a better game plan.
And Willie mentioned the physicality they played with in that first half really made a difference. What did you guys have to do in the second half to kind of adjust to that?
We brought the force to them. We brought the energy, hit the glass, attacked the rim, got downhill, and we're doing all the things that they were kind of doing to us in the first half, and we found a rhythm there, and then Chris was Chris.
And what do you have to do to kind of free up BI and CJ a little bit more than you did in this game?
Obviously they've got good wing defenders, good length. Mikal Bridges is as impressive as they come in terms of a wing defender, so that's going to be tough. Getting him off our guys, but I think again that's something for us to watch film on. I'm sure tomorrow at practice we'll be walking over some stuff, going through some specific plays and whatnot to free these guys up. But it's and plus on our bigs, we got to do a better job of setting and holding screens. So let those two get downhill and attack their bigs.
When CP gets going like that, what can you try to do to slow him down?
You could blitz him. You could trap him. You could try to get the ball out of his hands. But again, like I said, he's as seasoned as they come. So he's seen a lot of different coverages, and he's been in this position just about every year of his career. So, he's like a coach on the court, and that's we all know how good he is. But it's our job to make his life difficult.
This is, obviously Willie runs a lot of the same stuff that Phoenix does. I know it's a lot of the same across the entire league, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's the exact same call, like sometimes it's very similar. Do you think that had played a part early? It seemed like things were a little bit more free-flowing in the second half than maybe they were in the first half.
In the first half, it was the pace that they were running their plays at. We knew what they were running, but the fact they were flying off pin downs and coming off this, and it was just they were doing what a team that has been here before does. And we adjusted to that pace in the second half, and we started flying down pin downs ourselves. Starting getting downhill. Najee doing a great job of attacking the rim and dropping off. Devontae getting downhill. Obviously CJ and BI, being CJ and BI, so that was huge. But it's this is the playoffs. It's going to be more physical, more intense, faster, and like I said, this is game one, and we've got adjustments coming up.
Any of that was 3 games in 6 days, 3 different cities for you guys compared to a week of rest for them? Is that in the first, I like the speed at which they're running, like they're the rest of the team, they're coming out like that.
Possibly, you could look at it however you wanted to. If they were rested, we had momentum. We had just beat the Spurs and the Clippers, and now we're on to our next one. So, yeah, our bodies are tired, but it doesn't. Who cares? Nobody's feeling sorry for us. they're certainly not. So we got to get that out of our heads. It's a non-factor at this point. We're in Phoenix and we're going to be here, for the next 2 days and get our rest up and got another one on Tuesday.
Go to Zoom.
Hey Larry, hope you're doing well. Going to the game two, how big factor of your game is going to match the energy of the Suns on both ends of the floor?
I'm sorry, could you say that again for me, please?
Matching the energy.
Matching their energy.
Yeah, how important for you is to match the energy on both ends?
Okay, yeah, no, absolutely. That's big time. That's what these games are all about. Is they're a game of runs, and they came out and hit us with a pretty hard punch, right to start in their building, and it's not something we didn't expect, but we they obviously Mikhail running, DeAndre in the short roll. Their guys are their guys have been here before, and they know the speed at which to play. So. Yeah, their energy was great tonight. Their crowd was behind them and all that, but that's just one game. I thought we put up a solid fight in the second half, and we may have cracked a bit of a code. So hopefully we can tweak a few things and come back and throw a punch of our own on Tuesday.
Thanks, Larry.
No problem.
Thank you, Larry.
why you guys got off that slow start?
I thought we were stagnant. I didn't push tempo enough. And we also didn't get a lot of stops early, so we were kind of walking the ball up, taking the ball out of bounds, and we didn't convert a lot of easy baskets. I think we shot below 40% in the paint. That's not going to cut it, especially against a team of their caliber. We missed open shots, which is a part of the game. It's a part of playing in a tough atmosphere. Third game in 6 days in a different city, but you're playing against the number one seed. You got to make shots. You got to be able to score with them and also get stops. And I don't think we did that enough throughout the game. We went on a run and we turned it around in the second half, but early on we were a little stagnant and just missed some open shots.
Yeah, as far as the shot making in the paint, did you feel like that was, Ayton just, really being forced down there? You feel like it was just kind of one of those nights? Just what do you see there?
I mean, combination. He did a great job. They load up, they protect each other, they help the helper, load up the boxes and elbows, and Ayton did a great job protecting the rim, but some of it was just us missing as well. So I got to tighten things up and settle down and get ready for game 2.
Yeah, CP loves to take over in that fourth quarter. What do you guys have to do to respond once he kind of gets into that mode?
Yeah, I got to see the film, but I mean, when he shoots 70%, you're in trouble. He got to where he wanted on the court. He controlled the game, especially in that fourth quarter. I think he scored 21 points. That's why he's a Hall of Famer, but we got to make it more difficult on him and continue to try to mix things up. But, credit him for playing extremely well and taking them home.
And what do you guys just have to do offensively just to free you and B.I. up a little bit more, especially in those half-court sets?
Continue to watch the film. It'll be a long night of breaking some things down, and hopefully we come back and are more efficient. I got to be more efficient in the first 3 quarters, take care of the ball, find the weak side some and do some of those little things. But I had some really good looks as well that I just didn't make.
What did you like about what you guys were able to do in the second half?
I thought we fought. We battled. I think we scored 34, 35 points in the third quarter after scoring 30 in 2 quarters. Offense was abysmal for a while. But we did a much better job of kind of locking in and holding in, getting stops, making it more difficult, and playing more competitive brand of basketball. So I think that was the difference in the second half. Yes, sir.
Jimmy, not is typically not as efficient in the paint as you normally are tonight. What did Ayton do to make it difficult? Just what do you feel like? What was tough in the paint tonight?
Well, if you make a shots, it's easy. If you miss the shots, it's tough. We needed to make a shots, all of us, me especially. But now we got Tuesday to do that.
And in the fourth quarter, they went, Chris Paul in the pick and roll, a lot. I'm sure that's something you guys were expecting. Just how much of a challenge is that?
Well, he made some tough shots, down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter. Threes, middies. That's what he does. He's an experienced player, but we gotta watch the film tomorrow, see what we can do better, and come back in and play better.
And what did it take for you guys to kind of respond to their physicality over the course of the game? It seems like they kind of took control early on just by coming out and playing physical early.
Yeah, they played physical. We got to do that earlier. We kind of let that go in the first half. More physical, more locked in to start the game. That's the plan for Tuesday.
What did you think that you guys did better in the second half offensively, especially in that third quarter, to really get yourselves going?
We got that pace going. We got that. Fast basketball. We start running on their misses. Just playing faster basketball.
How similar what you guys do offensively is it to the Suns? Like you feel like they're very similar offenses.
Well, kind of similar. Yeah, you're right. But well, we gotta adjust. We gotta watch the film. Now it's hard to say. We gotta sit down, watch the film, see what we did good, what we did bad, what we can improve, what we can take away from them. Yeah, physicality, first quarter, first half. Yeah, that's the key, I think. But we can do good.
Dan, you've been here before in this tough playoff matchup. How big is it over the course of a series, those different adjustments you make to kind of figure out a team, game 2, game 3, as the series goes along?
Playoff is about adjustments, about how you can adjust, how you can throw different looks. That's why 7 games, you can extend that to 7 games. So how are we going to do adjustments, how are we going to respond to today, it's going to be a key.
Thank you.
Willie, said basically they were very physical in the first half. How do you think you guys just were able to respond to that and make it a game in the second half?
I think the guys off the bench did a really, really good job of coming in, being aggressive on the defensive and offensive end. Najee, Jose,
Trey gave us some good minutes tonight. I think it was, and Larry Nance, I think it was some of the bench guys and some of the other players that keyed in tonight. Their defense was really, really keyed in on me and CJ tonight. So I think it's going to be important for everybody to just lock in on what they did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you just talked about how keyed in they were, but what did they do in the first half to just make it difficult overall?
Well, they had guys all around. You know, they got some good defensive guys that are physical and long. Made sure that whenever me or CJ were driving, that they were there. We have to be better in making sure that everybody is effective on the basketball floor, so they just won't pay no attention to other players on the floor. But we'll make adjustments.
And what do you guys have to do in particular just to get easier shots for you and CJ, especially in those half-court situations?
Well, you know, I don't think there will be any easy shots. I think we can create it and be better in our execution. We can have some more pace, set better screens, make some better passes, more on time with some of our stuff. But I think we'll have difficult shots all playoffs. We just got to knock them down. That's kind of how the season has been. We just create our shots and knock them down.
Yeah, you guys ended up being below 40% on shots in the paint. Just do you think it was just the type of shots y'all were taking, the defense? Just what did you think about just those shots not falling tonight?
It's a combination of everything. You know, physicality, good defense, us having our first playoff game. It's a combination of everything. But like I said, we'll make adjustments.
What did you think you did, in particular in the second half, that allowed you guys to, really get going? You scored 37 in the third quarter after 30, 34 in the first half.
Jonas was big on the boards. Larry was big in catching and making the next play. He was big on the boards. CJ heated up a little bit in the second half. Najee made plays, Herb made plays, Larry made plays, Trey made plays. Devontae came in and he made some good plays. I think, like I said, our bench came in and they were able to be effective in that second half and get some easy buckets around the rim, and shots started falling a little bit. And defensive pressure on the other end was pretty good, other than CP in those minutes when he got hot. But our bench did a good job.
You were on a boat for a lot of that game. Just what was that battle like tonight?
It was cool. I mean, they have a good supporting cast where he doesn't have to force anything on the basketball floor. If he can catch and shoot, he can catch and shoot. One dribble pull up, two dribble pull ups. It was fun. It was fun.
You mentioned CP getting hot in that fourth quarter. What do you guys have to do to kind of make it more difficult in those situations when he's trying to take over?
Just make an adjustment. Look back at the film and see how he got those shots. He's a smart player, and he kind of manipulated us a little bit. We had a coverage, and he manipulated it. So just trying to throw different things at him and make sure he's not comfortable on the floor.
Jim on Zoom.
But yeah, you mentioned Larry a couple times. I mean, he's been a big positive ever since he came back from his injury and started playing for you guys. But in particular, lately, it just seems like he's been huge. What do you think has been what's been your impression of what he's provided with for you guys the last few games?
He's athletic. He knows the game. He sees the game a different way than some of the guys on the floor. And he sets hard screens and roll. He understands his role, and he's been doing a good job of just coming in and doing it and making sure he's setting good screens, rolling to the basket, and getting out the way. And whenever he has a catch, that he's finishing around the rim. And he even stepped out and knocked down a three today. So everything that he's been doing, we needed out of him.
Last game, he talked about kind of how happy he is to see you make the playoffs, and he was with you obviously with the Lakers. I was wondering, from your perspective, what are some of the things that stand out about the progress that he's made, maybe since the first time that you played with him, or how much of a different player is he now than he was back then?
Well, he's gotten smarter. You know, I think, and that comes with experience. He's been on. He's played with LeBron. He's played with different guys, and he has experience. So coming into these games, he knows what to expect. He's physical down low. He knows how to guard big guys. He knows how to guard pick and roll, and he's made a jump from us playing with the Lakers to here. He's way smarter, and he knows how to use his body. He knows when to make the right pass, when to make the right play. He's just gotten smarter as he continues to play the game.
What would you do with this about your game, about the effort going into where's the confidence level at this stage?
I can't hear you, Christoph. The speaker went off.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, where's the confidence level of the team going into the game too, and what you need to improve or what you need to lift on your game overall as a team?
You know, more pace, being locked into the game plan, on time passes, making sure they were setting good screens, and just being who we are. This is the first game of the playoffs. New for the young guys, a new team. Just go back and look at the game film and just try to figure it out, how we can get some better shots, some better looks, how we can shoot the ball better, and how we can lock in on the defensive end.
Thanks, Peter.